I'm going straight, I'm going straight, going straight. The first time it happened to me, I was 5 years old. I just ran blindly into this backyard of this house in front of me. There was my mother. I said, "Where are we? Where's our house? Why are you here? Whose backyard is this?" And she said, "Well, it's our backyard." I said, "Well, everything looks different. I don't recognize anything." She put her finger in my face and she said, "Don't ever tell anybody because they'll say you're a witch and they'll burn you." I knew that from this moment on, my life would be different. I was going to have to learn why things look different. I would have to figure this all out. I have D.T.D, which stands for developmental topographical disorientation. It's just not something that other people can understand because they couldn't see what I was seeing. It's almost as if somebody picks up the entire world, turns it, and sets it back down. It's everything. It's the universe has turned. Stay to the right, stay to the right, stay to the right. Going around, going around. Straight streets are fine. Curved streets or angles make it happen. Going around, don't look to the left. I'm okay, I'm okay. It was just an every single day survival story. Going to school, I couldn't tell my friends or my sister who I walked to school with. I followed them. I just continued following them, knowing that they were going to this school that was going to look different. It was so hard to concentrate. I'd sit in class. Instead of paying attention to the teacher, I was trying to absorb these walls. This whole room looks so different. Water brings it on. Lakes, oceans, just bodies of water, small or big. When I'm standing by a pool, if I look into the water, those lines start rippling. Makes me really, really dizzy. Living in Denver, the mountains are always on the west side of town. I'll be driving along. Suddenly, there will be the mountains looming on the north end of town. And that's when I know what's happened to me. I got married and I didn't tell my husband because I was just as ashamed and embarrassed to tell him that I would have been to tell anybody else. Some of the scarier moments were when my children were lying in their cribs at night, and if they were to shout out in their sleep or cry, I would jump out of bed and go right into a wall. Felt my way around in the dark and had to listen because I didn't know where their bedrooms were. I just had to keep following the sounds of the cries until I found them and could comfort them and get them back to sleep and then find my way back to my bedroom. I actually just continued keeping it my secret until I was 29. I got to a psychologist that I started seeing, and he did help me with a lot of emotional types of issues that I had for so many years, but he said the basic issue of rotation, I don't feel it's something we can help you with. Several years later, I was watching a TV show about this research at a university in Vancouver. Suddenly the question started to shift to Things like, have you ever been someplace that you know should look familiar to you and suddenly it doesn't look familiar? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. That's me. I wasn't crazy and it wasn't psychological. Other people out there have exactly the same thing that I do. What I learned to be D.T.D took place in a small part of the brain that took care of navigation. All the secrets and all the shame and the guilt and everything else that goes with it. That terror is gone.